Good evening, guys. Welcome to the latest episode of the Gym Bros podcast with myself, BRYN, and Josh.
Hello.
How are we doing?
We're back.
We're back. We've had a little bit of a break. We've been on some adventures and
Got a nice tan, as you
got a
can
nice
see.
tan.
Yeah.
Josh has got a new hat.
A love art jumper. Snot coloured love art jumper.
Barney.
Barney.
Exactly.
Barney.
Barney.
Barney Rumble.
No, Barney, the big
it's a
purple
fucking
dinosaur.
Purple
He's
dinosaur.
got the fucking beak that he's got.
He hasn't got a beak.
He hasn't got a
He's got that big fucking...
He's a dinosaur.
coming out at the front. Dinosaurs don't exist anymore.
They do.
He does. It's right in front of us.
Right, fucking hell, guys. Make it out. Am I Russian? Am I fucking Scandinavian? Am I fucking Barney?
Godzilla.
It depends what fucking costume I wear.
Take
Exactly.
your hat off.
Fucking no. Never.
Leave
Mate,
that up.
that's for all the jewels in Mecca, mate. I tell you now, fuck that. I ain't seen my barber in 4 weeks, mate. Never. Mate, have you seen the fucking remote go on Netflix? No. Have you seen it?
The what?
Like,
It looks the same as it normally
What's the
does.
saying?
it looks the same.
Looks a mess.
Fucking 4 inches. Yeah, you should know what 4 inches is. 4 inches fucking longer, mate. Doesn't that look longer? Luke, touching the mic. We're going off subject now. So anyway,
Speaking of 4 inches.
yeah. 4 inch fist across. How's that look, Josh?
So today's subject we're going to talk about is, do we feel that the fitness industry now has become over sexualized? As in, are people producing content which is not like informative, is more sexualized content, and they're using it as a way to, potentially earn money and directing traffic to their OnlyFans or whatever it is we're doing. So it comes from some observations we've been making on social media. So Joey Swole, for example, has been putting some videos up recently with regards to what he's classing as like inappropriate behavior within the gym environment, which is videos he's been sent of, and it's predominantly females, attractive females, and they're doing things like rubbing their parts on bits of various equipment and this, that, and the other, which personally I think is a bit...
Mental.
It's unacceptable behavior in a public environment. Like, these girls are not doing it in a restaurant. They're not going out for a meal and rubbing themselves on the bar. What they're doing it in the gym, and they're rubbing themselves on bits of kit. And
Unhygienic.
it's unhygienic. It's unsanitary. It's uncouth behavior. Like, what is it that makes these women think it's acceptable to do that?
It's just the clickbait culture that we live
The
in, now,
easiest
isn't it?
answer there, mate. It's money.
It is money. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, whether
So-
it be views or whether it be some lonely guy in his thing passing across his £3 off his credit card.
Yeah.
Something like that, I don't know.
$3.99.
$3.99.
£3.99, is it £3.99?
I don't know.
But it used to be
Yeah.
like, but people used to create, like, content creators used to make meaningful content. And if you look at something like TikTok now, so TikTok, their TV adverts they're running, they're going down the route of making informative content. That's what they're wanting to go ahead and do. That was just one of his fucking little neck screws dropping out. And they've increased their video time, so they're now promoting 30 and 60-minute videos. So you'll get
Second.
no min.
You can't do an hour video on TikTok.
Yes, you can now. 30 minutes. They've now gone. It's going to go to
Can you?
60. 30-minute videos. So they're pushing longer content,
There you go.
and they're saying now that if you want to get picked up on their algorithm, they're pushing high def and longer content. And if you look at like the adverts that they're running on national TV, there's one at the moment about a guy who starts running, and it starts off, he learns how to do stretching. I wanted to learn how to do stretching, so he's watching TikTok videos, people showing him how to do stretching. Then he watches another one where it's a guy showing him how to make weights at home and train, and then he watches another one about a guy recording himself doing a run. And he's like, oh, I want to do that. So it's becoming more like a YouTube, more informative. That's what content should be. It's supposed to serve a purpose. It's supposed to be informative. It's supposed to be engaging. It's supposed to be educational. You're supposed to watch it and learn. Content shouldn't be a woman rubbing her bits on the arm support of a treadmill. What kind of content is that? They're only doing it because they're trying to obviously direct traffic to their OnlyFans, their link in bio. But that's not fitness. That's not fitness related.
No.
So why has it suddenly become acceptable for this kind of? And
Sells, doesn't it?
I don't really. I don't spend a lot of time on social media, like browsing. I spend time working and doing stuff for my businesses and stuff, but not really browsing. But like the gym, for example, I manage the gym social media content, and all I see is women posting this kind of content, women posting themselves bent in compromising positions, wearing the skimpiest outfits, recording themselves. I don't see guys doing it. Like,
Maybe she's
Is it,
not been.
I don't think when you're a guy though, it's like you said before, it sells. I don't think guys necessarily. I don't know. I mean, there's probably some thirsty women out there. Let's be honest.
probably, but I think they're the minority.
Yeah.
I think
And
the
I think-
content that guys are
yeah.
putting out is educational content. You've got a lot of coaches, a lot of people talking,
Yeah.
a lot of people documenting their journey to stuff. Where it seems to be, there are some women out there doing that, but there seems to be this massive high percentage of women that are putting out sexualized content that's
it's still-
fitness related. It's not fitness related.
Guys doing it. Like, there's some around here that fucking do it.
Yeah, I think there has to be.
They're not fitness guys.
Yeah.
They're not coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are putting out sexualized
Sexualized
content.
content.
But there's obviously a limit when you're a bloke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's a
But
limit.
it's different, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
for example, like I sent you a video the other week, and I sent it to you, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was a video, and it was a woman in like you could see everything, but she was wearing a sheer like a nightie or whatever, but you could see everything, you could see right through it. And I was like, "How's that got through?" Like I tried to post not that long ago a picture of me in like Calvin Klein boxers, and it got knocked away.
You know, my TikTok got shut down. My old one got shut down after I posted a video of my eye. Shut down. Like, there was no appeal process. Shut down.
wow.
And I was like, I've never breached it before. Never posted anything terrible or scantily clad. Got shut down. Yet there's a lot of
that going on
content.
at the moment, like flashing bits,
Yeah.
like it's instant where they're flashing bits, and you're like, is that vagina I've just seen?
Let me go back.
And then let me go back and freeze frame. But it's how can that be? How can that get through?
It's a pot of lasagna.
It's a yawning hippo.
Down.
Yeah.
Not seen one of them for a while.
But how can that get through? Like the filters and stuff. There was another one that I saw.
Yeah, it does make you.
There was another one that I saw, and it's a woman breastfeeding her baby. Have you seen it?
No.
So she's got her breast out and she's got a nipple out and she's got a baby, but the baby's a toy. It's like a life doll. It's not a real baby, but she's then using it to direct traffic to her OnlyFans, where she's obviously doing stuff. So you're getting to see a nipple, sneak peek of a nipple, but she's using this fake baby to be able to do it because it's acceptable to breastfeed on social media. But then all she's doing is using that to direct traffic to her OnlyFans. Like, how can that be acceptable? How that's
It depends.
sexualizing.
If it's a burger nip, it might be classed as food.
Big pepperoni.
Yeah, big pepperoni, Domino's. No, but seriously, it does make you wonder where people's like their own pride is. You know what I mean? Like, I suppose if you're on OnlyFans, you're already a certain type of person. But I suppose if you've got no talent or brains or whatever, and you're flashing your bits is the only way you're going to make yourself successful, then I suppose that's all you're going to do. But obviously with guys, it's a little bit more, I don't know, I hate speaking like this because it's like we're just,
You sound misogynistic.
yeah, it's like we're just slagging women off, but it unfortunately that it's,
Unfortunately,
women's bits only seems to sell, whereas
think-
nobody wants to see a big veiny member, do they? Do you know what I mean? It's not attractive, is it? Let's be honest.
You know the highest paid, I think the highest paid earner on OnlyFans a man.
Is it?
It's a man.
Yeah, but it's probably gay stuff, isn't it?
It's all gay stuff. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I've heard about that. It's
a man.
I've heard about
It's a man.
Yeah.
now it's
not
a
a
case of
Heard, not watched, heard. Yeah.
Watched.
now it's a case of
Down the line, mate.
I think the UK guy, is a man as well. The highest paid UK person.
Is it? Oh,
The man.
okay. Yeah.
It's a man, yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
Sasha.
No, what's his name?
I think so.
No. I'll
I think
explain.
I'll find out. I think I did used to know.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, when he finds out, I'll report you to HMRC, piece of shit. You should be paying taxes too.
Exactly.
He's paying taxes.
Fucker.
Probably lives in Dubai.
I bet he's not. I bet he's living in Dubai.
Probably live in Dubai now, yeah. A lot of them do.
Anyone that's earning that kind of money is not living in.
They ain't doing it.
Make like
Like, fucking hell, you get chopped up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
Some make silly money. Stupid amounts.
It's crazy, yeah.
But it's a case of I think we in the little group chat we said it's now to be famous. It's not a prerequisite that you have a talent. Like it used to be, in order to be famous, you had to be able to do something, sing, dance, play an instrument, be a good sports person, whatever. That's how you became famous. Now you can become famous.
Do you know what's messed up? I'm fucking up. Nah, fuck it. I'm just going to be myself and be a dick. You don't even have to be good looking anymore. No. Honestly, have you ever scrolled through, like, I've got about 10 followers on TikTok. We all know what I use it for. I just watch the stuff that we do.
Just watch
just one viewer liking it. But seriously, like, I've seen some, what society would consider as messes. Do you know what I mean? Completely off the fucking forbidden track. You know, in a field on their own, that sort of mentality. And they're fucking messes. And they've got like 10,000 followers watching them and donating to them. And I'm thinking,
Yeah, because there's loads of weird guys out there.
Do you think it's curiosity, or do you think there's like a subculture of this like fascination, or do you think it's like
boredom sometimes?
Oh, like there's like I've seen like an OnlyFans girl. She was like promoting body positivity, and she was a very large lady.
Yeah,
and she was doing obviously OnlyFans content. And then now that's not for me. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
But there's people out there that were subscribing, and I'm thinking, did he find that attractive?
Yeah.
Or is it just curiosity? Did he want to see what that looks like?
Just be both, innit?
It's a little bit of both, isn't it?
both.
Because I remember, like, obviously you guys know like years ago, I used to work as a bouncer, and I worked in a strip club.
Yeah.
And the girl that made the most money was the biggest girl there.
The forbidden fruit.
She was a very pretty girl.
Yeah.
But compared to all the other girls, she was quite a big girl.
Yeah.
But she out-earned everyone. And I was like, is it the fact that guys feel more comfortable? She's more accessible. I think she's more on her level to the average everyday guy. Like, I couldn't understand. Like, she wasn't any nicer than anyone. She wasn't any more talkative than anyone. She stuck out because everyone else was like a size 6 or size 8 or size 10. And she was like a 14 to 16. She was very pretty, curvy, but she out-earned everyone. She was the most popular girl. She always was. So what is it that made that person the most popular over all the other
People do like
girls?
fat people, you know.
Curvy.
Like, people do like fat people, like.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah,
There's curvy and then there's fat.
Yeah, but some
like fat. Let's be honest. Fat is like whale. Like you're an aquatic animal. Like size. I don't know sizes, but I'm gonna say like if you're.
I think they reckon like
if you're like 5'8" and you're 25 stone,
size 16 and above is.
I don't very big, boy.
I don't know.
I don't think it's
the problem you've got is So I reckon with some women the shape different.
Yes, yeah.
So you can have a very slender woman that's got massive legs, and she's just got chunky legs.
Yeah.
She's always had them, whatever, big ass, and you know what I mean. She'd probably be, I don't know, size 16, 18 on bottom, but then a size 10 on top. You usually call them like what they call hourglass or whatever.
Yeah, pear-shaped.
Yeah, pear-shaped.
Hourglass, pear-shaped, that kind of.
So it's like you'll see women like that, and you're like, you can't even go off that because it's like, well, how much you weigh, and you probably get knocked out. But like, imagine they say like, I don't know, 14 stone, and it's like, well, you don't look 14.
Yeah, that's not particularly that heavy, is it?
But to me, when someone says fat, I think like even bigger than Lizzo.
Yeah.
I think you can barely stand up, that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Lizzo's like on that scale of fat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no, you can't if you can't fucking hide it, like you're just fat. Do you know what I mean? do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't laugh about it because I don't even think it's an insult. To be honest, it's like you say to someone, "You're fat." Oh, am I fat?
Well, yeah.
Oh shit! Have you only just realised? Sorry, hey, it's great. It's like if you call someone thin or you call someone muscly or short. Do you know what
Exactly,
I mean?
that's what you are.
Yeah, I woke up short. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Short.
Like, Do you know what I mean? Though? Like, fucking.
It is. That's it. That's what you are. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's just a
like,
descriptive word. You
know
go.
what I mean?
I'm not fucking sure. I'm vertically challenged.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Do you know
like,
what I mean?
it's like it took me 10 years to admit to myself I'm going fucking bold. I'm bold as shit. Do you know what I mean? I finally accepted it.
And you've got a massive head.
And I've got a massive head, so I'm fucked either way. But, like...
If we got BRYN to take his hat off, it would literally take him 10
mate,
minutes to
fuck
expose his cranium.
It's like mega mind. No, but like you can't take shit like that serious. Do you know what I mean? You can't take. Oh, it's an insult. It's like, get a fucking grip. You made yourself.
See, look at him now. Look how happy we've made him.
Have I made your?
We've made him happy now. Look,
Take your hat off. It will.
he was so down
When
when he
this
came.
stops recording, I will. Promise.
But I've been seeing like a lot of. So there's like a lot of IFBB pros out there, as well, and they're obviously they've reached a certain status in their bodybuilding career where they've obtained a pro card. That's good. So why would they not put content out there that's associated with what they're doing? But what they're doing is they're just putting sexualized content out all the time. The videos are very like showing their ass, showing the legs open, showing the bodies and this, that, and the other.
Talentless. It's literally just like, look at me, look at what I've got.
And is it funny? Is it entertaining? Is it crossing a line? Is it a bit tongue in cheek? Is it crude?
Yeah.
That all comes down to your own personal perception. Like we were talking about a video from a well-known strongman who had done a video with a girl and they were doing yoga, which is great. Like watching a 20-odd stone plus guy trying to do yoga is funny. But why did this girl have to wear the tiniest, most revealing outfit you've ever seen in your life? Why? Because that's what's getting views, really.
Yeah.
They're looking at her, not him. Now that's like people go and do yoga all the time in all shapes and sizes, but they don't wear like spray-on shorts to do it. But the only reason they've done that is clickbait to get people to watch it. But what, I don't understand why. Like you could have made a really good, like, funny video and just done it normally without having to sexualize it.
So I think what we're trying to say then is basically just keep that shit away from the fitness industry. Don't misconstrue the two.
Yeah, I think if you're a fitness influencer, stick to fitness. If you're wanting to create adult content, stick to adult content. Don't try and blur the lines. And I think I think the responsibility as well needs to come, because it can make people feel uncomfortable. Like I know that we have photo shoots in the gym, and we always ask that they're done out of the peak hours and this. And some of the girls and the guys, when they're doing their shoots, they'll strip down to underwear because they want to pose. They've worked hard to get these physiques, and that can make some people feel uncomfortable in the gym. So we try and minimize that, but we certainly wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't be letting anyone film rubbing themselves on machines here.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Put it out on content. That'd be, you'd be asking to leave. And I think maybe more gym owners need to like be united on it and say, you know, okay, there's a line and you're crossing the line there. It's okay to film content. Like I've even noticed that there's a lot of gyms now that have put dress codes in place, and part of their dress codes now is that outfits are not too revealing. Yeah. Is it right or is it wrong? Are you taking away if someone has a good figure and they want to show it off? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or
do you know what, mate? Do you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that's a big problem in society at the moment. And it's like you say, where'd you join the line? Because fucking hell, who are you? Are you an old man or something? Fucking hell, get a grip. And it's like, well, no, how about have some fucking respect? Like, I'm not being funny, but like, I'm driving along, right? And like, you'll see girls at the side of the road, and it's only girls. Obviously, a guy's not going to walk around with his fucking balls hanging out, is it? It just doesn't happen, does it? Have you ever seen that? You ever seen that?
No.
No? Okay, cool. So I can only talk about women. Again, apologies. Not really. But like, so you've got young girls, let's say, I don't know their ages, I don't really care their ages, but you're looking at them and you're thinking, fucking hell, you're probably close to the legal line. Do you know what I mean? So what the fuck are your parents doing? Why are your parents letting you out of the house like that? I've got a 5-year-old and I'm thinking, I don't even let her have a fucking crop top. What the fuck? Why Why is Primark? Why is fucking Sainsbury's? Why is fucking M&S? Whoever the fuck is selling them? Why are you selling? Not being funny, noncy shit. It's noncy shit.
Yeah.
Like
Men
there's
are
that
up
many.
nonces.
It's fucking. But like, it resonates with me because I'm a parent, and,
Yeah.
and like obviously 10 years ago I wouldn't have had these feelings, but like I've got a 5, and obviously I'm not necessarily as arsed about my lad because he's a lad and go on lad, one of them ones. But
Yeah.
with a 5-year-old, it's like how short is too short. Well, I'm not being funny, love. If you have to keep walking around and pulling it down, trying to get as much stretch out of that, love, just go buy a fucking another skirt and make sure it's a little bit longer. Do you know what I mean? And better yet, who the fuck's bought it for you?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to go off topic, but like, I think it needs speaking about. Like, people need to get a fucking grip of the kids. And like, I've always said this: it's fucking parenting that fucks it up. Parents are creating the new generation, and some of the parents that I see now, they're that fucking soft, and some of the parenting skills are they're that much of a shambles. Like, they're putting kids out there, and it's like, oh yeah, but fucking hell, if we all fuck and like walk around in a dish dash. I'm not saying that. That's the only thing I can think of. But I'm not saying like from top to bottom.
Yeah, but
right, do you know what I mean?
dress
Walk around,
age appropriately.
Like, yeah, age appropriate.
Yeah,
But it's like even women that are like fucking our age now, like 30, 31, fucking mid-20s, mid-40s, whatever. I don't care.
30 this year.
You fit? See, whatever.
Mid-20s.
I'm trying to give you age there, bro.
What, you
I'm just trying to make
mid-40s?
Who?
You?
Oh, yeah, Paul's mid-40s.
Paul's almost 50, mate.
Right. But what I'm saying is like, I just think I don't need to see your bits. But then the point is, we've got a society where people are like, oh yeah, but you know, this guy said this to me, and that guy's gawping at me, and blah blah. And I'm just thinking,
But you've got it all out there on
you've
show,
got
so
it
you're
out
going to get
there,
looked at. Yeah.
if you have to keep pulling it down, you have to tuck it away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This shouldn't have to be said in society. And I understand people will go, oh, yeah, but I bet you like what you see. Not really. Not really. And to be honest, probably the next guy might. But he's clearly just after a little bit. Yeah. And why pay for OnlyFans for some sickos when I can just watch it walking down the street? The problem necessarily isn't... for me, the line should be, where is it fucking... what's it called now? Exposure in public.
Where's it?
Indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure.
Where's the indecent exposure?
Yeah.
Because you see people like, I know it's a few years ago, like 10 years ago, you see people like Jodie Marsh turning up in nothing but tape over her nipples, and you're like, really? Or you've got like a little bit of material.
Yeah, but technically nothing's on show, is it? But
yeah.
It's a bit revealing, isn't it?
But then I tell you what, is it, okay, I tell you what, I walk around Manchester like that, city centre.
Yeah.
And you've got every sort of faith, culture, different sides of society walking around. People are going to fucking judge you.
Those videos when they paint themselves, innit?
Yeah, like that.
Women
That's
they fully body paint themselves.
Yeah.
And they're naked.
Yeah.
They're fully naked.
Yeah.
And they're, I mean,
it's
a bit weird, isn't it?
It's influence. Again, it shows the power of like social media and these public figures.
Yeah.
So they will dress a certain way.
Yeah.
Because they want to provoke a response.
Yeah.
If they're going to an awards ceremony, like you'd say that Jodie Marsh thing when she had the 2 army belts,
that's it,
and an army skirt. That was her outfit.
Yeah.
So an awards ceremony, it was a lads mag award ceremony. So she wanted to get attention. There was hundreds and hundreds of other girls there, and it was all about getting column inches. That's what it was all about. So that's what she wore. She wore it for a purpose. She doesn't go to fucking Morrison's dressed like that.
Exactly.
She doesn't go on nights out dressed like that.
Yeah.
She wore it to her. But then what happens is they're an influencer.
Yeah.
They influence culture. So young girls see that and think, oh, that's how I should be dressing if I'm going out. It's the same with lips.
Yeah.
I'm sure we spoke about this. Lips. What guy has ever gone to a girl, oh, do you know what? You'd be a 10, you would, if you had massive duck lips. They haven't. It's come from the Kardashians. They had it. They've influenced this generation of other girls who've gone, oh, I'm going to get big lips because she's done it. She's done it. Go and ask a guy. Go and ask her, no, do you, what's
Never.
They don't.
Never.
Guys don't give a toss about big lips.
I've not spoke to one. Not ever spoke to a guy.
But this is the power. So
do you know what? Do you know what it does say? You're easy.
You're easy influenced.
Yeah.
You're easily influenced.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Weak-minded, yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on with this sexualization. So everyone that's producing content is in competition with each other for likes and views. So that person does that video where they're rubbing themselves. Oh, I need to do one. That person's done one where they're exposing themselves. Oh, I need to do one. It's one-upmanship all the time. But what kind of, no one's giving out worthwhile content anymore.
Yeah.
It's,
But at the
it's
same
just,
time, there's no standards. There's no like, well, this is how far you can go.
Yeah.
Or this is how far you can go. Or Instagram are like, do you know what? We'll be in touch. We're going to delete your account because it's basically porn.
yeah.
They do.
It's porn.
They do delete stuff. They do.
Like, it's
There's a
not
lot.
They
happening
do. You've got to break
lot that
you got to
goes
break the rules a bit, but they do.
Yeah.
Including women as well. I've had mates
Yeah.
that've had the account shut down.
Yeah.
But it's one of them. If you look at it from the other side, how can you knock somebody's choice of work? They're making money, aren't they? At the end of the day, that's what they're choosing to do. Like I've been, like bodybuilding doesn't pay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the fitness industry doesn't really pay anymore. Like it does just to a certain extent if you're a coach or if you ever. But if you want a lot of money, quick, easy money, the sex industry has always been lucrative. Always been.
Because if you're like a female bodybuilder, you're a minority. You're a bit of a
Abnormality.
abnormality. You're a bit of a fetish. So there's a market there for it. I get
That's
that.
what I mean. Like sex is always sold.
And that's fine if they're doing it on, like I say, if they're doing it on that. But like for your general, like your Instagram and your Facebook.
But then it just becomes clickbait, then, doesn't it?
TikTok, I've noticed, is like really cleaned up its act. Like really, really clean up, because the way that they're going is they're going down the route of a YouTube. They want to be, because now like YouTube, I know, like like your kids will sit there and watch videos on YouTube. They probably don't watch TV like we used to. They're watching stuff on YouTube, and I think that's the way that platforms want to move to take over from mainstream TV.
It's definitely the platforms that need to get a grip of it, because people are going to make money while they can make money.
Yeah,
But you know, it's sort of up to them to say, well, where's the line?
I have nothing against people using their God-given talents and abilities and beauty and looks and this and other to make money. But there's a time and a place, and there's platforms for that. Go and do it. I don't see why the lines need to be blurred. If you're producing adult content, stick it on an adult content thingy. Don't put it on Instagram.
Advertisement, innit?
Where 13, 14-year-olds can get hold of this.
Yeah.
But can those kids not just go on to Pornhub?
Well, exactly.
Equally the same.
Yeah, they can do. But what I'm saying is, it's your parents are going to be looking out for that. They're probably not going to be checking Instagram.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't expect to see.
Say take OnlyFans. Though. Are you supposed to advertise OnlyFans?
Well, this is the biggest thing now. So this is why I was bringing it onto. Obviously, your biggest influence in life is always going to be either social media, which is what you're always on, this little thing that you stare at all the time, or it's going to be your parents. Now, if your parents are just blasé and they're like, yeah, crack on, do what you're doing, whatever, there's your phone, see you later, you're going to be looking round and, you know, not necessarily now, what I'm saying with the short skirts, your crop tops, your boob tops, whatever they're wearing, these kids, and they are kids, they're babies, literally babies, and every time I see it, it fucking winds me up, because I think, if you were my daughter, you wouldn't even go out the house.
Kids,
Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, my little girl has had a go at every single one of her friends her own age. Why are you wearing that? That's naughty. What? Well, my dad says that's naughty. You shouldn't be wearing that. Well, why not? Because you might get evil men to look at you, and it's like, oh right. And I'm thinking, she's 5 years old and she's already aware. And I know some people might say, fucking hell, mate, get a grip. And I'm like, I have got a grip.
Yeah,
you
you
know
have.
what?
You're bringing
That's
her
why
up
I'm
with
raising
the
my
morals,
girl to aware. She might not be fully aware, and she's not going to be aware of everything, but at least she's like, do you know what?
Yeah, you're bringing her up with standards and morals.
And there's like 12, 13, 14-year-olds that potentially have been wearing this sort of kit. And they might, I mean, how old is 14 really these days? You know what I mean? They're not stupid, are they? Let's be honest. They know what they're doing. But what I'm saying, I remember what 14-year-old when I was 14, so, you know what I mean? Clearly they've not got any thicker. They might be a bit more snowflakey, but they've not got any thicker. So my point is, so think of it from an outsider's point of view, where you look in and you go, right, okay, what happens when they're 17, 18, 19, 20? Well, I can wear what the fuck I want, because I was wearing what I wanted when I was 14, and my mum and dad didn't give a fuck. Potentially, and I'm just spitballing here, but potentially That might be why you've not got a job. That might be why you've got 2 kids and you're 21. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying this sort of shit, it can snowball because your standards on that area, which I'm guessing, I'm going to throw this out there, I'm guessing makeup, clothes, all this designer shit, that's what women do, that's what they're into, blah, blah, blah. If that's all sort of pointing towards the direction of crude, come on, man. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much you can do for a kid before you think, do you know what? I should have done a lot better in that area. Where's the respect? Where have your parents instilled respect for yourself?
Boundaries as well, isn't it? It's like it's okay, you know what? It's okay. I think I said to you, like I was in Miami a few months ago, and I'd gone to a basketball game, but at the same time, there was a massive dance music festival. So the streets were absolutely packed with all age ranges. And I came back to you and I said, when did it become acceptable for females to dress like strippers, basically, to go to a music festival?
That's what they do.
And I was like, but
You worked festivals, didn't you?
yeah, but when did that suddenly think? Because I like 15 years ago, I worked music festivals and girls were wearing like wellies, shorts, t-shirts, little blouses, this, that, and the other, take this, that, and the other. Whereas now, they're in like fishnets, thongs, and fucking, and like bikini tops.
Yeah, quite.
And I was like, when's that transition? Like, what? Why do you need to dress like that to go to a festival?
Yeah.
Like, and if that's how you want to dress, that's fine. I just don't understand where this transition happened from dressing normally to this.
I think what it points to straight away is
kind of.
If you're gonna dress like that, don't expect someone not to judge you. And when I say judge you, I don't mean call you out there and then, but
You will be looked at.
I will look at you and go, yeah, she's easy.
Yeah, you make an observation.
Yeah, and that's the
Same
thing.
with social media.
If you're
Same with
not
social
happy
media.
with that, change your shit. If you're happy with that, crack on. Do you know what I mean? But
We spoke about it not long ago with social media, didn't we? We were like, you know, how females will put like content out there, which is quite racy. And then, but that the person might be totally different. But you're like, well, that's the image you portray.
Yeah.
That's the image you're putting out there to the world.
Yeah.
You might be this really intelligent, funny, like shy person, but if your Instagram is full of bikini pics and pictures of your ass, that's what people are going to judge you on. That's what they think you are. They're going to judge. They're going to put you in a box. They're going to bracket you and say that's what this girl is like. Same with guys. Guys are only putting out like if they're in shape and they're putting out topless pictures all the time. They're just going to think, oh, he fucking loves himself. He does.
And I think to sort of roll this around to make it actually link in, what is actually deemed fitness now? What is deemed fitness? Oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stretch off. Right, this person probably doesn't even know how to stretch. Just doing some random stretch.
Yeah.
The worst one's fucking RDL. It fucking breaks me. The amount of people that can do an RDL wrong, but they think they're doing it right. And when you actually show them how to do it, they go, fucking hell, I never felt that before. It's like, yeah, mate, that's your glue.
See, for me, I always think fitness is either charting your own progress or journey or whatever. If you're getting ready for a show or photo shoot, you're charting it for your own personal progress. To inspire people, that's what you're supposed to be doing, or to give out information, or to teach people how to live, to educate people. That's what fitness is supposed to be about.
When did it become nudity and entertainment?
Yeah, when did it become like sitting on a abductor with your legs open, filming from like in between the crotch? Like, that's sexual.
Let's just whip out a vagina part. It's like what? But I've seen shit like that and I just go, fucking, I give up with the world today. It's it's fucked and it is fucked, Josh, isn't it? What do you think, mate?
It's just fucked, innit?
It's fucked. Tell you what do you think, Tate?
He hasn't got a mic.
The world's fucked. Thank you. No, it is though, isn't it? The world's not what it was 20 years ago, where people had standards and, you know, you could. Do you know what? Do you know what's fucked now? You can't even call people out on the bullshit. You can't even say what they are. Do you know what I mean? You're acting like a slapper, mate. Yeah. Like, quite frankly, do you know? Oh, you can't say that about me. I'm not a slapper.
Yes,
I'm a nice person.
That's my opinion. That's what you're putting out there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the evidence you're presenting me, and that's what I've called.
I'm making an observation.
I'm not saying you are a slapper. I'm saying you're acting like one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you.
Social media's responsibility, because the young kids are doing it.
They're influenced.
Social media, so if they put a stop to that.
But then again, so do you think with maybe social media, they're being the protagonist, and they're just like, fuck it, more engagements. More
That's I think that's the way that people look at it.
Yeah.
It's,
Brings
well,
them income as well, doesn't it?
pardon?
It brings them income.
It does bring them income, so like they're producing content to get likes and views and comments, good or bad, in order to generate income for themselves. But I think what the term that should stick with them, and maybe people need to take a bit of a reality check, is their influencers. Your actions and your content is having an influence on young, plausible minds, and what you're putting out into these people, they're mimicking. They're looking at you for inspiration. They're then copying what you're out. If you're out there putting out content where you're exposing yourself in a sexually explicit manner and you're rubbing yourself, then people are going to think that's acceptable behavior when it's not.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable behavior.
Yeah.
In a gym.
Yeah.
Anyway, a gym is a place where it's a public place. Like, I ain't going into the library and masturbating in books. Do you know what I mean? I'm not rubbing my dick on the curtains.
Yeah.
Do you know? Well, not this week anyway. I got barred. But do you know what I mean? That's another public place where people frequent. So why you wouldn't do that?
But as stupid as it sounds, the person we're on about where it's like, well, you're portraying that and it's got 2 million views or whatever, and he's sat in his house going, yeah, I'm doing well. And it's like, yeah, but as stupid as it sounds, a lot of people haven't got common sense.
Yep.
So someone would be well within the rights to come in this gym now, do that, and you go, bro, what the fuck
Yeah, what
are
the fuck are you doing?
Can't my gym, and they go, hang on, he was doing it, and it's like
and such.
you can't play to everyone's common sense. We've got to think we live in a world now where people were doing a fucking ice bucket challenge 1 minute, and you know bits were falling out there.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, people are like fucking playing Russian roulette, and it's like, where's the common sense anymore? There isn't none.
That's it. They're influenced.
Yeah.
People are so they're engaged in the phone. They're influenced by what's going on, and they're just copying it. So, you know, maybe like a reality check. Have a think about what impact your content is having on the people that are watching it. What you think is funny and amusing, someone is going to take as gospel and like then try and mimic it and try and copy it.
Well, I've no doubt that the people that are making it aren't going to give a shit, because as long as they're making money, they're not arsed.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, it's not my responsibility. I'm not fucking God. I'm not here to control people's lives. But it's the platforms. It's the Instagrams. Like you say, TikTok are cleaning themselves up. But it's just, why are you on Facebook? Maybe why are you allowed to share certain things?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's videos I've seen on Facebook where I'm like, really? And it's like, oh, see something, click this video, it might be damaging. And, you know, people are lobbing heads off, and it's like, well, where's the boundary?
I saw something the other day, and it was Andrew Tate being interviewed, and someone asked him, why do people watch your content? Why is your content so popular, and why do people watch it? And he put, my content, people watch my content because I add value to their lives. I can help them to be a better person by teaching them how to do X, Y, and Z. So my content has value to someone that's watching it. That's what content should be. It should add value to someone. Like, you can go on YouTube and you can watch a video how to plumb a toilet in.
Yeah.
That's adding value to your life.
Yeah.
Going on YouTube and watching someone do yoga with a woman with pants on so tight that I can read her lips is not enriching my life in any way, shape, or form. I don't even find it funny.
No.
I don't find it funny. I find it embarrassing. It's a bit lowbrow. It's kind of,
Wow.
yeah, that's the level you're at now. Okay.
Yeah. That you're actually selling it for free as well.
Yeah.
Because I can just click on YouTube and it's free.
So yeah, wrap it up. Go on, Josh, wrap it up.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye, guys.